Many people think that the origin of Thor involves Natalie Portman and Captain Kirk's dad, but that's not actually true. So the actual origin of Thor happened in Journey to Mystery number 83. And this is how it happened. So there were 2 aliens, right? And 2 aliens landed on Earth. And they're just like, we're having fun. We're breaking shit. Whoop, whoop. Green alien party. Green alien party. Whoop, whoop. Break some trees. Break some trees. Jump off shit. Jump off shit. Break some shit. Woo, woo. So there's an old man and he's napping around the aliens. And he suddenly like wakes up because he hears that like, breaking trees, breaking stuff. Breaking rocks, breaking stuff, and suddenly he's just like, I gotta run to town. I gotta tell these people about the green aliens. He runs upon a couple of weird 2 sailors, and the 2 sailors he's like, there are aliens. There are aliens in the rocks, and they're breaking shit, and they're singing a song, and I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. And the 2 sailors are just like, well, I've been off the boat a long time, but I say, Theodore, that sounds like a story if I've ever heard one. Have you heard that story before? I don't believe in green aliens. I work on a boat, yo. But Donald Blake, who wears a fedora, is all like, that sounds fantastic. I must go into the woods. I must see these green aliens. Donald Blake wanders in the woods, and he wanders into the aliens, and he sees the aliens at the exact moment that the aliens are like, death to anyone who sees us! We must kill anyone who sees us. And of course, Donald Blake at that exact moment snaps a tree limb, like a blunderhead. The aliens see him, they start chasing him. And Donald Blake, I don't know if you know, but he has a cane. He has a cane, and he's all like trying to run away, but he has a cane. And I don't know if you ever try to see somebody limp with a cane, but it doesn't work, and it doesn't work against green aliens. They will catch you. But suddenly he finds a cave, and inside the cave he goes, and he runs, or limps, or hobbles, or maybe he does some like a little bit of hopscotch. I don't know. He hopscotches to the other end of the cave, and he sees that there's a rock there, and he's like, oh shit, I'm boned. And then at that moment, a cave wall opens, and at the cave wall opens up, inside the cave, he sees a stick, and he's just like, yo, sticks work against boulders, yo, let's do this. And he goes to the boulder, and he starts whacking it against the boulder, like, because clearly he doesn't know how physics work. So anyways, he's just whacking away, and then crack-a-doom, lightning happens, and he turns into Thor. And he turns into the mighty Thor. And suddenly he's out of the cave, and he looks at the hammer, and he reads the words, and he reads them out loud because, you know, us as readers need to know what he's saying. And it says, "Veneth, whoever possesseth the Thor hammereth, becometh Thoreth." And then we get the most contrived scene of all time with Thor trying to show all his powers. And so he throws the hammer and it comes back to him. He plays frisbee with it. And then he like cracks it against the ground, and water happens. And it's just like, woo, look, a hammer. Veneth, a hammereth that createth weathereth. Woo! Yeah, Thor woos. He's a woo girl. So let's just ignore the fact that aliens chased him into this cave, right? And the aliens were totally cool with him just being like, yo, play with your hammer, dude. We got time. It's all right. We's aliens and we're patient. So the aliens are tired of his origin sequence, and they're just like, we're gonna invade now. It's gonna happen. And the ships come down, and NATO is like, whoa, where did these ships come from? Where? Ah, we got missiles. Maybe we should launch the missiles. And so they launch the missiles at the ship. And what did the aliens do? The aliens were like, you know, we's aliens. We've created holodeck technology. We're gonna throw a dragon your way. And a dragon appears out of the sky and confuses the missiles. And NATO's just like, they showed a dragon. We're out. We're done. So Thor taps on his stick, creates some rain, and the aliens are just like, water! Woo! You know, because if you've ever seen an M. Night Shyamalan movie, aliens don't like water. It's fact. So Thor leaps upon the aliens, and he's just smacking them back and forth because they all look the same. Because as we all know in science fiction, aliens all look the same. And the aliens are just like, there's a guy with a hammer, and we all know that hammer beats aliens. So let's release the robot, yo. And they release this robot called the Mechano Monster. He's this big thing that goes like, me destroy mythological creatures. And Thor just smacks him and destroys him in one move. And the aliens are just like, that was our only move. That was all we got. And so they get in their ships and they fly off. And the day is saved. And NATO is like, woo, boys, we did it again. That proves our missiles are awesome. And they show up on the site. Thor turns back into Donald Blake, and NATO comes up there, and NATO's just like, hey, what's that? Who's that guy? Who's that limper over there? Who's that limpy guy that's over there limping? And they see Donald Blake with his fedora limping off into the darkness, and they're just like, well, guess he had nothing to do with saving the day. And that is the true origin of Thor. It has nothing to do with Natalie Portman, nothing to do with Chris Hemsworth. It has everything to do with a limpy guy who found a stick in a cave and just beat up a hell of a lot of aliens and saved the day. And that is your comic book legend. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks again to Jovenshire Smosh Games and the two Broke Geeks for helping me out. Did you guys have fun today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old crazy.
You can click on the screen and go to their channels. Go check them out. Like, favorite, subscribe.
You can click on the screen?
Yes.
It's like the future! The future!